Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Nag here, and I bring to you episode 2 of Skyblazer. Now, on the last episode, we just left off clearing the bottom section. We are headed into the eastern plains, and we are starting off here with the old man. Now, he doesn't really have anything specific to tell us, but let's see what he has to say. No more hesitations, be gone. Well, at least he says we are ready. So at least that gives us a little bit of confidence. Alright, the Sand Rivers of Shiro. This is one of the stages out of the other three that I hate. Now if we come down here, we can grab a 1-up right quick. The reason I hate this stage is because the items kind of glitch. So these pillars and also these statues right here that we are jumping on sometimes glitch and you can fall through them. Now, it doesn't really glitch on the first part, it is the second part, and let me kill this alligator right here. So as we jump over here, sometimes you have to be lucky and the items won't disappear. I guess that's just a limitation of how pixels and sprites were back in the day. Specifically right here, you have to jump back and forth. Let's see if I can, okay, good. Now usually it takes a lot of time to make that one stone pillar appear, and we are done with this stage, thank God. It's a really short stage, but don't underestimate the stage. Next up, the Protolith Calypso. Now I know in one video of the Johnny Mares, a fellow YouTuber, I commented and said that I love ice stages. Now after playing this, I might have to change my mind on that. At the first, it doesn't look so bad, right? I mean, we're just going on these ice things, and as I really want to get that stupid gem, kind of want all the lives that I can get, specifically for the last boss. But back to the subject, the controls are a little bit slippery on this stage. This is the stage where I only really can fought the controls of the ice physics. I'm doing pretty good so far though, so let's see if I can keep it up. Now this is simple platforming. If you jump all the way to the right, the platform will appear if you are above it. Again, it's sprite limitations, so they just reappear. Coming down here, we can get a 1-up, and those lines up there are another thing that I hated practicing this stage. So these lions will charge at you and you have to be a little bit quick and you can take them out. It takes about a combo to take them out. As we progress into these later stages, you'll notice that it takes a little bit longer to kill these enemies compared to the first video at the start where it only took 1 hit. Now the annoying thing is when we get back up here, the enemies are going to be spawned again. So a strategy you can use is either kill them as they charge toward you, or wait till they charge and just jump over. I'm pretty good at getting the timing down with this, so as long as I'm careful I won't get knocked off. And if you do get knocked off, as you can guess, you'll have to go all the way around and do this again. But we passed that part. It's not too much trouble passing this part right here. This is the part right before we get to the boss. You may notice that the stages aren't really that long. I guess that's one of the bad things about it, although I do kind of like that they aren't too long. However, I would have kind of liked to see a little bit more as we would have progressed. When I was younger, it seemed like, you know, all the stages of every game you played was really long, and as you play them now today, you'll realize how short they are, and ouch, I didn't think I would get hit by that. Not to worry, we are at the end of that part, and we will be coming to our boss. So now we are going to be faced with the ice wall, or at least that's what I'm going to call it. It looks like it's a plant type of face in the middle, I have no idea. So this boss has a couple variations of attacks. He has an upper attack, a middle attack, and a lower. I guess you can't really call them attacks, mostly because you have to just dodge the boss. And this is another use of the mode 7. And he takes quite a bit of hits. I believe it's 24 hits. If someone would like to take count of how many hits it takes, I would be really grateful. But I believe it's 24. I definitely know it's all the way up there. So it's going to take a little bit of time. And as we progress through this, every time we hit him, the wall will move faster and faster. Now at the beginning it's not too bad. It's a little bit calm. And as you get to the last eye, that is when it gets a little bit crazy. It's still not too bad if you memorize the paths. There's always going to be, most of the time it's usually going to be middle, middle, bottom, bottom, top, and top. Although it does tend to switch it up. And let's see if we can get an example. Oh, wow, right on time. There is an example right there. Now it's going to probably take a few more hits to take the rest of this eye out. And after we kill this last one, we will be completed with the stage. One of the easier bosses, probably the easiest if you are really good with, quick time controls. And also this music reminds me of something else. I have no idea what game this reminds me of. Maybe it is just a Castlevania vibe I'm getting right here. That's definitely a game I considered to do in the future. And will this eye die already? Okay, that was a little bit close. Let's not get too cocky here. I actually never died on this boss before. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The ice flower face thing is completed. And for all our effort, you will get the Starfire power. A power that will be very useful in the next stage that we will proceed to do. Well, the one after this, because we'll have to get to the stage. And it's another stage that I usually am fond of. However, this game is really making me change my mind on a lot of stuff. So now that we are in the Falls of Torment, we'll have these slimes to deal with. And if you get stuck in the water down there, which I'll try not to do because these fish will come out and, try to kill you horribly. So you really want to stay away from those piranhas. This isn't particularly long either. All we have to do is go around about one more screen and then we'll be completed. Just a nice little section until we get to the real terror of this stage. The Lair Akari. So this stage is a water stage if you couldn't guess. Oh boy. So at the start here we'll have some puffer fish and some squids going in the water, and I am already taking a lot of damage. We are off to a great start. The mechanic of the stage is going to be hitting these switches in order to activate the water flow so we can pass. We'll also have another enemy right here, this dragon, which tries to kill you with its balls. No puns intended there. Now this isn't too long. The first time I ever played this, and when I was practicing it, it took me about a half hour to find out where the heck to go. This is a maze of sorts. It's not too bad once you get a little bit of a learning of it. I got pretty good. I should be able to get to it as we progress. Now on this stage, I mentioned on my last video, there will be a secret area. Well, not really a secret area, but an area where we can get a 1-up. And that door right there is where it's going to be. Now you can't use a comet flash in order to proceed through there, but I'm going to show the other way, the way that you can get there just by normally coming up here. So as we proceed up here, you'll want to head to the right area so you can get through the water flow and get the 1-up. As you exit the door right there and come right back in, you can proceed to get a 1-up again. And now you can do this as many times as you want. You can also do it all the way up to 99 lives. However, I'm not going to waste my time doing that since I don't think anyone wants to see me spend an hour getting lives. And we already are up to 25 lives. That should be plenty for the rest of the game. Although I'm not going to count anything yet, especially on the last boss. That's definitely going to be an annoying part. So as we come up here and try to activate that switch so we can get to the top, we're really close and getting to the next boss. And the next boss is one of the bosses that's probably going to take some time. It's a little bit tedious if you don't get it down the first time. And there is a trick to killing the boss using a Starfire. The Starfire will allow us to damage the boss in different directions. And I'll explain a little bit more of that once we get to it. Now you can use a little trick right there to skip all that section. Otherwise you would have to go all the way to the bottom and around in order to hit that switch. Coming back up here, we can come down. That activates the water flow. And it allows us to get to our next boss. And now this boss is a little bit annoying. Probably gonna mess up here. Yep. I may have hit the bottom ones, but I definitely messed up. You had to hit all 4. And it's possible to kill all of these with all your magic. If I did it like with one more hit, I could have taken them all out. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky. So those pearls that send out these fish that really want to kill you and eat your flesh. So as we have to kind of kite them around, there is a trick to killing these fish and getting them trapped in a corner. So what we could do, however, is see if we can lead these fish all around in a circle. You can also kill them, but the problem with killing them is, as you can see, they all come back. So let me see if I can kind of get them down here and stuck. Because you can get them stuck on some of these corners in order to take them out. Now this is one of the problems with fighting this boss. It can take a huge amount of time in order to beat him correctly. Which might take some time, viewers. So let's see if I can think up of a plan in order to get through this. Now, I'm trying to think of what I can really do. Oh, that's great. Down in 1 life. Well, looks like this is the end of me. Will this be the first death? Okay, so one thing that we could do is try to kill him and get our health back. I'm not too sure if that's going to work out right. If we could really get him stuck there, that would be great. Wait, did we get him stuck? Okay, it looks like we did. Let him stay like that for just a second. Oh crap. Okay, let's get back up here. Wow, we are in a bit of a predicament, aren't we? So let's try and see if we can go around again. This may not turn out well. So ladies and gentlemen, while I go around and face my death, I'll be back in 1 second to see if I could come out with some type of plan. And as we traversed the waters, there was the Sonic music. Thank God we can't hear any drowning music. Thank goodness you don't drown. When I was away thinking for the last couple minutes going around, I thought of an idea. How about if I kill them? So I'm just going to use the same strategy that I thought of before. Just try to see. Oh, okay, get that health. Oh, okay. I have no idea how I lived through that. I was pretty much touching that fish right there. But okay, I'll take that. So we got our health back. This is really good. Let's keep this up. Now, if you are wondering about the little fish, they don't hurt you unless they turn big. So that's one of the good things about it. Alright, we got 2 down. Only 2 more to go. Now this is a little bit easier to kind of deal with. Alright, we only have 1 more to take out and then we can be done with the stage. Thank God. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Use the Starfire power to take the last one out. Definitely my least favorite stage in this game. However, we got the time stop ability, which freezes enemies and it works only on one boss. And I'll show that off in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. But it looks like that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. And on the next episode, we'll clear the last section right before we get to the boss. So until next time, take care and stay classy.